Authorities in Buffalo, New York say the 18-year-old who killed 10 people at a grocery store yesterday researched the local demographics in an effort to find places with a high concentration of black people. They also say he arrived in Buffalo at least one day prior to the attack to conduct reconnaissance. And tonight we are learning more about the victims, including this woman here, 77-year-old Pearl Young. She was a humanitarian running a food pantry in the city for 25 years. Her friends say she loved dancing, singing, and being with family. Reporter Kevin Rincon is in Buffalo with the latest.
This is not open season on African Americans.
In Buffalo, there's grief and anger the day after a mass shooting left 10 dead and 3 injured.
The message that should be sent is we won't tolerate this.
Angry, upset, heartbroken.
Jerome Bridges says he was working in aisle 14 at the Tops Friendly Market when a gunman wearing armor and military-style clothing opened fire.
I started running, and then he stopped firing for a minute, reloaded, and started firing again.
Police say it took less than 2 minutes for officers to arrive and force the gunman, who was live streaming the rampage, to surrender.
This individual came here with the expressed purpose of taking as many black lives as he possibly could.
According to police, 11 of the 13 victims were black.
The evidence that we have uncovered so far makes no mistake that this is an absolute racist hate crime.
Dion Elliott lost his brother. He was at the store buying a cake for his son's birthday.
And now I have no brother. He's got no father. Is that fair?
This community lost an 86-year-old mother of a retired fire commissioner. They also lost the life of a police officer who was retired working as a security guard.
I can't say enough about our retired fellow colleague, Aaron Salter, who confronted this individual to save the lives of others, and may he rest in peace.
The suspect is in custody on suicide watch after pleading not guilty to a murder charge. Police say so far the investigation shows he acted alone. Kevin Rincon, CBS News, Buffalo, New York.
Well, the tragedy in Buffalo has local leaders speaking out against domestic terrorism and hate crimes. Our Brittany Ford has more on what they're calling a national crisis.
Prayers and thoughts are not enough.
The mass shooting that unfolded at this Buffalo supermarket by a teenager allegedly motivated by racial hate has sparked a call to action.
We must do more.
Congressman Al Green denouncing the hate crimes, stressing the need to get to the root of the issue.
People are taught, and we've got to do what we can to make it known that this is unacceptable behavior.
Local advocates demanding domestic terrorism be addressed at the federal level.
To make this a national priority.
Mark Tobin is the regional director with the Anti-Defamation League. Tobin pointing to the readily available propaganda and conspiracy theories online.
When people are exposed to hate and they don't feel that they have a role in society, some of them are motivated to take violent action.
Dr. Candace Matthews with the Rainbow Push Coalition under the leadership of Reverend Jesse Jackson. Matthews highlighting what she believes is a lack of prosecution in hate crimes.
What happens when white supremacy has no form of accountability for their actions?
An effort Green says will take work at the congressional level, but also starts right here at home.
And people from all walks of life to denounce hate as well.
Brittany Ford, KHOU 11 News.
Brittany, thank you. And we have just learned that President Biden is expected to visit Buffalo on Tuesday. Be sure to stay with KHOU 11 News for continuing coverage of the Buffalo mass shooting. You can get updates anytime on our website and the KHOU 11 app.